boxes and buses and butterflies and breathing. I hope this past week has gone well for you. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm honest, it's been a bit overwhelming. Work seems to be coming in thick and fast at the moment from all directions. Although as a freelancer, this can never ever be a bad thing. I'm appreciative of it all, but it is sometimes difficult to manage. It is a bit like London buses. You can wait for ages for one to come along, and then, without a doubt, they arrive in convoy. I spent the entire dog walk this morning, which was just under 90 minutes, trying to decide what this email should be about. Neurodiversity Week? Or the government published a report this week stating that diversity training in the workplace isn't effective. Well, I've got so much I could say about that. The increase in the rate of absolute poverty and what that means for our young children. Or the fact, according to one government minister interviewed this week, that while funding employment initiatives is defined as an asset, meaning there'll be a return on investment over time, funding in childcare and education is categorised as a cost. This is evidence to me that the world has gone completely mad. Anyway, as my thoughts were churning and my heart was beginning to race, I realised that I was experiencing, borrowing from Buddhist terminology, butterfly mind. It's an unsettled state of mind that's flitting from one thing to another at the speed of light. I stopped walking. I looked around me at the beautiful view and began to breathe deeply, using the box technique that I learned a long time ago and return to often. It calms me down and regulates my breathing and my mood. And then it struck me, that's exactly what I should be sharing with you today, the box technique. Rather than worrying about the stresses and negativity of the outside world, it is more important at butterfly times like this to consider one's internal emotional state and to aim to return it to a calmer, more mindful presence. I know that the more overwhelmed I become, the more disjointed my mind becomes, with the result that I end up being far less focused and able to cope with the outside pressures of everyday life. It's a vicious, unhealthy cycle and really quite irrational. I know the box technique works. It works for me, and it even worked yesterday for a young singing candidate that I was examining. As the exam progressed, she became increasingly anxious and jittery, and this affected all aspects of her performance, her breathing, diction, pitch and delivery. It became so bad that she didn't want to continue, at the cost of all that hard work and preparation leading up to the exam. So we downed tools together and took some time out. Right there and then, we breathed together for a few minutes. Soon, her breathing became regulated, her anxiety passed, and she felt ready to complete her final songs. And she then sang beautifully and with total conviction. That's another magical musical moment to add to my memory bank. If, like me and that young student, things start to get on top of you, try box breathing for yourself. It's really simple but so effective. First, breathe in through your nose and count for 4 steady beats. Hold your breath in a relaxed way as you count another 4 beats. And then let the air out through your mouth for yet another 4 counts. And then Hold still, not breathing in or out, and count another 4. And then repeat that cycle as far as you think you need to. If you ever feel overwhelmed, stressed, or butterfly-ish, it's definitely worth giving this a go. Wishing you a flit-free week ahead, and thanks for watching.